have been thinking a little bit about what we would call our promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the way that it makes sense and kind of goes with the recommendation in the book is that this would be a small but high potential promotion.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a big budget, it doesn't have huge investors, it has a limited audience. It may, in the modern day, it may even be that there's regular YouTube releases and then a pay-per-view for the big event.
Yeah, and maybe like a local store.
Right, exactly. Or maybe use the local college gym for their seasonal event. Something like that.
The one I've been to one wrestling match in my entire life. It was in Pustervik, Göteborg. Yes. Famous sort of music stage, actually. Club, sort of nightclub. And that was where they had it on the stage, sort of. So you couldn't be all around the ring, but sort of most of the ring you could, like a half circle.
Yeah.
That's
so I think that's the point. We're using other venues where we can rent it,
and like maybe the local store puts in like so you can have some food and drink. And they give you
and if there might be, there's no company that makes nobody's making big money off of t-shirts.
No.
But we are printing t-shirts and you can get the t-shirt.
Maybe like wrestlers print them by themselves, screen printing.
So it's so the way it would work is that the success has started to get going. Enough so that people are looking at each other saying, this could be a job. This actually could work. And it's like not just like a club. People are coming here for professional reasons, not just because they were at the same college together or anything like that. It's one step up from there.
They do get paid. Sort of.
There's it's making enough money for there actually to be
but it's just in this town.
Yes. And maybe the next step is to do a tour. Right. And management is probably talking about maybe next year we can do we can do the tour for the season. So,
and assume the game doesn't assume an era, but sort of assume modern day, sort of.
Well,
because
it kind of assumes the way it's written is very much when it was made.
I see.
So it would be about 12 to 15 years, 12 years ago.
10 years ago, actually. 2015.
And so still then that wasn't very different from today, but platforms and subscriptions and stuff have evolved very much since then. So
the difference is what I think is about this, the whole history lesson with the sort of the what do you call it, the local sort of federations in the US had sort of the federated areas, which the Smoky Mountain Wrestling, they had this area where they operated and no one else got to operate there, and all this sort of, but that's in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and going back to.
And now and there always have been, regardless of federation internet, there have always been these amateur, borderline professional promotions everywhere. You can't stop them.
No, exactly.
So I think we're on the strong end of that boundary. So the way I'm seeing it is that there's probably about 9-ish regular wrestlers. And that includes the player characters. And there are also some semi-regulars, people who occasionally show up who are associated but are not reliably present for, a major storyline or something. So I figure that with something this size that there's just one seasonal belt. They don't have all sorts of different belts. So, and then, but on the other hand, for each paid pay-per-view event, there's a vote, right? The audience gets to click. So something like that. And then, as far as gender divisions go, I haven't done the research, but I have too deeply, but I know just enough to wonder. There are some promotions in which there are women and men, they wrestle separately, and that is that. Then there are others where they have specific mixed events. I don't know if there are any of them that just throw everybody in there and just say that's a promotion, we'll mix and match whenever as needed for storylines. I don't know if any of them are unisex. And I'm pretty sure they're not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Although they will have a lot of male and female matches of different kinds. Like mixed doubles or something like that.
If a couples.
Right.
Yes. It could be like a man, woman sort of tag team. But and then it could be women could have the gimmick that they fight with the men because they're so tough. So they, there are examples
specific
of that.
ones. So I think we should maybe say that there's. We can decide. Right. Just how our promotion does that.
Yes.
And maybe we'll make up wrestlers and then kind of decide about that. But we are long past the days, if they ever were the case, where the women's wrestling was sort of the girly subset. I mean, there have been very considerable women wrestlers for some time.
At this point, absolutely.
So, and also there's the pictures in the promotions that I looked at in Sweden. I'm looking at all of them and I'm going, oh my God, it is just as ridiculous. Just as ridiculous as, you could have one guy who's like a cool jock looking guy, kind of looking like a rock star who forgot to put his clothes on, right? And then the next one is some weirdo wearing like an alligator Halloween. Like, what?
And then you have one in this, like a vest of skin and like modern shops and like
exactly. And you're kind of what even am I looking at? Right? So anyway, we're on the right track. What we're going to do is pick our wrestlers, and these are the 5 basic kinds. And if we had more people, the rule that I would have is that either everybody takes one of the basics, or one person can take one of the 5 slightly more complex gimmicks. Because I have played, and when we had more than one of these in play at a given time, there was too much plot. There was too much. I mean, maybe we had to be better at playing or something. But it seems to me that having one of these characters in here is a hell of a lot of drama.
I see.
So I'm going to say that one of you can play one of these if you want.
So look at the basic ones.
Look at the basic ones first, and then see if you want to look through these and one person. But I don't think 2 people should be playing these.
Exactly. Because in game terms, this is classes sort of, but it's gimmicks in the...
Yes, and also since we never actually see the wrestlers out of...
character.
Well, breaking kayfabe is actually a move.
It's
actually something you can do. But we never see them like at home.
No.
You only see them...
Right, see them in the element.
Yeah, they're probably part-time wrestlers, so that you never see them doing their...
Take a look. We've got the
hardcore,
the high flyer, the monster, the technician, and the veteran. Right. And so in our promotion as described, if we have a veteran, it's probably somebody who has a reputation from previous who has decided to join us.
I assume pictures are just examples.
Exactly. Yeah. This is a part you're playing, but you actually have to live the part. I mean, you actually have to be a good wrestler to be a technician. You actually have to be like an athlete, a super athlete to be a high flyer. You have to actually be that strong to be a monster, right?
Yeah, I mean, these basic classes cover a lot.
There's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of choices for you. And if you flip it over, you will see what they are called the moves. And so you, for example, the veteran, everybody has a finishing move of some kind. And then you have veteran instincts. And then you choose one of these for your character.
I see.
Very input over the card.
Yeah, if you know a couple of wrestlers, you begin to understand what they're sort of getting at with the examples and the backgrounds and so there are.
Let's clarify something very important about the system itself. And I might even just leave this out here. Generating heat ultimately generates audience. Generating audience gets you what are called advances. Advances are many different things.
Yeah.
And we don't need to worry about them right now, but think of them as major character development of one kind or another. Also, collective audience, once it reaches certain plateaus, means that your promotion grows and becomes a much bigger kind of business. So in some ways, this is kind of the theater troupe mechanic, right? Heat is is one-on-one per characters. Think of it as creative tension.
Yeah, and like a relation, relationship between
rivalries or whatever,
rivalries,
right? And then audience is the way the audience responds, how many people are excited and how much. And then advances are things that change your wrestler's role.
Yeah.
There's this other mechanic called momentum, which is basically bonuses to dice rolls. So therefore, momentum kind of feeds the details throughout this process. So if there's kind of a diagrammatic core to the game, that's it. Now, when you choose your gimmick, then you will choose a finishing move. And if you are some kind of kooky wrestling weirdo person watcher, then you will instantly say what you want your finishing move to be. For the rest of us, we have these handy diagrams. And it shows you a bunch of finishing moves, and it tells you what gimmicks they do well with. So, like, high-flying moves are good for the high flyer, obviously. The golden boy, the wasted.
And some of those must be like that.
The veteran monster and
And like
the jobber, the technician.
Yeah, the technician, the veteran, the jobber, the real like straightforward wrestlers doing a submission. Right? Is a good finishing.
Actual wrestling.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Whereas crowd pleasers.
Pile driver, chair shot.
Chair shot. I like that one. Always a crowd pleaser.
But well, pile driver, come on.
And just look easy over your
Okay, so you guys have glanced at these.
Yes.
And now let's take a look at these ones. Because all of these have a pretty straightforward boundary between kayfabe and breaking kayfabe. Pretty straightforward.
Yes.
All of these kind of mess with that. So the thing with the wasted is that he really is an addict.
I see.
And then the thing with the anti-hero, as far as I can tell, is that you are almost like a counter manager. You're actually managing for your own messaging. I think.
Like kind of like CM Punk.
I guess.
I don't know.
The Golden Boy is interesting because it's kind of like management wants you to be fake. They don't want you to be real. Right? That the image is all. And so then the jobber is obviously kind of a reversal. The manager is sort of interesting because most of their play is out of the ring. And they are taking a fair amount of the GM's job away. But that also means there's more room for mechanical conflict among your managing moves and the other characters. So, and as I know, there are plenty of these managers are actually ex-wrestlers.
They are.
And they are not, and it is not unknown for them to come back to special events into the ring. So that also could apply. In fact, probably should.
Same with the referees are usually wrestlers. Lesser known.
Who else would get in there?
Exactly. But they have to know what they're doing.
They have to know when to duck.
And when they are supposed to take bumps and
of course.
fall over. The manager seems very different because it's not a wrestler.
All the time. Something like the character plays up how they're getting screwed by management. They whip that into a big promotion. And then the wrestler's like, if you were any kind of, if you knew what you were doing, you'd be in the ring with us.
And then everything goes silent, and behind him stands the manager.
That's right. Out of his suit, in his suit, ready to go.
It was old school.
You can definitely see that. All these sorts of things are possible.
Interesting. I think I know which one to pick actually.
I take these back. Okay. I have a few names I have come up with. We have in the promotion with you guys. We have the Madman. We have Crusher, a female wrestler. We have Gator Svensson, which, regardless of whatever ecological sense that makes.
Yeah.
And then Zombie Girl. And I didn't see any zombies in those promotions. I was like, what the hell? What? And then finally, just in a nod to how inappropriate we can be, the masked wrestler in the group is called El Señor.
Ooh.
Which is actually, in Spanish, that's how you refer to God.
It is.
So it's like super inappropriate. Racist and inappropriate.
I'm thinking of like Gator Svensson. I see him like he's Swedish, but he wrestles gators. So he has this gator vest. He speaks like English with Swedish, but southern drawl.
Oh God! So it's incomprehensible, right, to everybody. Okay. So that's making some sense. This is also interesting too, because how real is it? Is it is it raw kayfabe? Is this scripted stuff? Or is it actually a relationship? We are leaving that gray on purpose. We are never going to truly answer that question. So we have starting heat, and we're good. Then, say the last time that your viewing audience saw your wrestler, whether it was in the ring or doing like an interview or just talking to the camera, they call that cutting a promo. Right. And anything like that. What were you doing? What was the last week? On Worldwide Wrestling. What's their impression of you this last? And then you could work with like your question, right? You could work with the answer to the question, or you could work with something else. Anything you want. But what was it?
I just make something up, like anything. So, probably seeing the finishing move of the last match. So that was last I saw of Ståhl. Of course he won.
Okay. But how does that express anything about like what kind of a face you are, or?
It sort of shows the technical excellence. That's sort of in a submission move. But yeah, sure, it did sort of. It did. The opponent submitted sort of to the pain.
Right. But I mean, did you? Your character wouldn't dance around.
No. But sort of,
that, right?
It's sort of just. Kind of, because it's still like -2 look.
So
it's sort of just getting up, sort of going away, sort of. Like shaking the referee's hand, something like maybe the opponents too, like.
Get your hand lifted and just.
Sort of
goes. Management is like, what can we do to this guy? He could have like worked the crowd, right?
Exactly.
Damn it. Right. Okay.
Angus. They're interviewing some other wrestler. I'm after you, El Senior. I'll do however I can. Slams and walks away.
The announcer, the interviewer, will probably say, "What did he say?"
Because Mike says, "Go after El Senior."
Okay.
And like whatever it costs, I'll get you and them.
Okay. So with El Senior. Okay. So
I'm thinking like he's the old guy. So we're looking up like he's this guy. I don't know, but I feel like
he might be like really experienced.
He might be a veteran.
He's one of your. Well, remember they don't have gimmicks. Or they might have gimmicks, but they don't have like a player.
But I think like in the Senor is like
he's an experienced veteran. Since we have these two women, and what I'm going to say is that either this is occasional, they'll do like those two women against two of the guys. Or a couples match. Man, woman. But since there's not that many combinations to go around, they are the hosts for guest wrestlers. The female wrestlers are often folded in. And maybe we're hoping that we become kind of a showcase for both well-known and up-and-coming female wrestlers. So I'm going to say that both of them, although they have these super gimmicks like Russia and Zombie Girl, they really take the technical. I mean, they're like, you got to beat us, right? Yeah. We know it's a show, but you got to be good, right? And so that they really play up, right? That
I see.
We're not,
And they sort of they wrestle sort of guest wrestlers sort of from other promotions or whatever,
right,
to or people trying out and so I see
exactly. I mean, well, and as well as sort of story-based ones in the promotion, but they can't have them wrestling you guys constantly.
No,
because that gets stale.
Exactly.
It's got to be sort of special, right, for that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So the first thing that's going to happen is that there's an influencer who has been finally netted, right, by the management, right, and the so it's I guess it's set up. I'm trying to think about how this influencer would do it. Maybe this influencer does this kind of slice of life thing. So there's a coffee shop in town that actually has agreed. So he's kind of set up one corner to use as a little stage, right? And with the table there. And so that means they get to like pan down the street and the coffee shop, sign is there. So this guy is like, well, I'm just a regular guy drinking coffee, and plays up, this kind of...
That's his gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. His gimmick is I'm just the Coffee Joe. And so Krusha and Fenric have been called in, right, for the interview. And he specifically wanted Fenric. The management was like, seriously? And he's like, oh, he's the best wrestler you've got, right? Send him in. I'll work him up, right? Well, little did they know, he knows what clicks come from for his channel. So there you are, and Krusha has come with her like feathered up 80s. She's like another head of height, right, on her head, as well as the wisps, right? And she is, how am I going to put it? Is she going to be like the Jolly Giant, or is she going to be like the Mr. T? But she might actually play up being the mean girl, right? So she's basically, she's not going to be all slovenly and sloppy, but she'll sit down. She's going to sit down and she'll say first thing to him, right? It's like, so, wow, Krusha. She's going to say, like a grape. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the he'll his name's Philip, with an F, and he's very like Göteborg Swedish, and is ready for his he's always got to come back. She says that, and he's like, oh no, that sort of thing. And there he is, right, as you sit down,
exactly,
next to Krusha, and she'll do something. I mean, she's good at the camera. Right? She's gonna throw out her arm and just like her meaty arm like lands on your shoulders, right?
I think Ståhl can take this sort of leaning back, sort of
right.
Casual.
What's your general look?
Oh, I'm thinking about that. I think this is out of ring though. So, but there's still sort of.
Oh, it's still.
There is character, but sort of not in the ring gear, I would assume.
Correct.
And I guess it's his kind of general look. Yeah, he has sort of he has blonde hair, but sort of back in a sort of short ponytail.
Right.
Sort of It's very, gaunt face almost. Like this sort of look.
Okay.
Sort of, well, obviously muscular, but sort of, I have the sort of former amateur champion, sort of former wrestler sort of look that actual, Olympic wrestling, sort of Greco-Roman wrestling. That sort of thing. So that's sort of the general look, but sort of, he's wearing a coat, sort of a blow coat.
Right.
So he's sort of leaning back, sort of with that sort of, almost arrogant sort of smile. It's supposed to be a face, but you can't hide that sort of the general sort of disdainful look. Yeah.
Okay. First, talk to the audience and tell them how great it is, this promotion that we have in town, and then he'll pause and say, "Except their roster needs a little work."
What do you mean by that, actually, Philip? Don't tweak it.
And both you and Crusher. Rug pull. and he'll say, well, I'm talking to two of the wrestlers here who are, frankly, just not the audience pop that this promotion needs. Don't you think? I mean, sure. And someone's strong, and sure, someone can twist a wrist, but what's that really got to do with what we all come for, right? I mean, we've got El Senor there, we've got Angus, we've got serious personality in the ring, and so Crusher, bring it, right? What have you got for the fans? What have you got for me? She's thinking what she could have for him.
Exactly.
Real quick, if she wanted to. So she's thinking about it. In fact, you might even realize she's really thinking.
Yeah. You feel a hand on your shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah. I think Ståhl might actually interject here and sort of, no, I think, Philip, you're wrong. Actually, I think the audience come for, the professional athleticism of our promotion. I think the really important thing is that they get to see real athletes going at them, sort of going for that title. I think that's what the real fans appreciate.
Let's see. So the question, first of all, is whether Crusher's going to catch your drift and start focusing on what a good wrestler she is, right? Or whether she's going to make him eat his which he's really thinking about. Well, you see, there are bad histories of this, right? You can see them on YouTube when an interviewer provokes a wrestler too much, or the wrestler makes a bad judgment call, on how real they want to get, and it's never good. Right? So maybe management is made you watch those and said, don't do this.
Also very unprofessional, but I guess Crusher might be, self-mark.
Yeah, well, she's thinking about it, but almost strategically. Would that actually go over? Right. So anyway, now it's to see how you do with your.
It would be looks, should be, or I guess this is cutting a promo.
Take a look at your face move.
Is that here? Face move? Roll moves. When you stand up for something you believe in, spend 2 momentum or pick one of the following.
You don't have momentum to spend though.
No. You believe it. Spend 2 momentum and pick. Yeah, no, I don't.
You start the episode with either 1 or 2 momentum, depending on your current audience score.
Yep, it says it right there. Yeah.
So start with 1 momentum right now.
Yeah.
And then here's the point, though. You could do a move that gets you momentum and then do it.
So I have to do that first, and I see there are some. Otherwise, I would say this is cutting a promo.
You're right. That is definitely
what I'm actually doing.
That's right.
So I should probably roll for that. And roll look.
Oh no! -2.
Yeah.
No.
So that's a botch. 5. Yeah.